he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
Hey guys, welcome to the think tank. So we've got Alex Murdaugh again. Oh my God, this guy doesn't go away. Unreal. So now he's trying to say that he was basically, I don't know, set up or something. Something to do with one of the clerks tainting the jury. And oh my God, the drama with this man. And then supposedly there's proof that he has nothing to do with this. Well, personally, I'd like to see that. Well, hello, Copper. Hello, Mexi. Hello, Dandy. Cyrus Black. So what do you guys think this is going to be about? Who do you think she allegedly talked to? And like what? This is my second news conference today. It's been a big day for information coming out. Let me see here. So we also have that fellow that's been on the run. They just about had him last night. It was like, oh my God, you're gonna get him, you're gonna get him. You didn't get him. His name's I do believe you'll say it this way. Danilo Cavalcante. So he was in the Huskow for unaliving somebody. And I don't know, he got away. They seem to have a really hard time in some places, like keeping their prisoners. I don't know exactly what that is. Oh, great score on the documents. Do you know what? I have not even taken a peek at those yet. Danilo. Okay. Okay. Yeah, great score. Yeah, you got a chance to take a good look at the documents, friend? I know. She's the best. Mexi is the absolute best. She just finds the right stuff. It's like, "Oh my God, I've been looking for hours for this," and she just magically makes it appear. It's like, "What? You so rock." Your version of peeking though, oh my God. Like when you scan, you take all that stuff in. It's amazing. Your mind works brilliantly. I love it. Love it. So I've got CBC doing they're the only ones I can find right now that I can get this appearance, it seems. If I happen to find another one, I'll do that, but these guys are in the description. Did you start reading them? Nice, nice. My eyes are burning because I don't know what time was it this morning. I started looking for a stream, and honestly, I've pretty much sat here and done that the entire time. But yeah, like I've always used Fox, but they got some lady, I don't know who she is, some American. There we go. Oh, they're gonna stream it. They usually do. Okay, I'm gonna change this up, guys. I'm gonna change this up. Yeah. Let's do this one. Fox News, also in the description, guys. Some I trust and some I don't. I just don't want to get in trouble. Well, hello, Perry. Good to see you, friend. All right. The clerk is an absolute fool if true, but anything coming from Murdaugh's side, I can take with a huge pinch of salt. Oh, that's the same. Like, I don't know. They just are, personal opinion, they're slimy. They're slimy people. I don't know. I haven't trusted them, especially, oh my goodness, see, the names aren't fresh right now. But the head little guy there, the shite he does, it blows me away. Like, can you do that? Guess so. I know, but it's about the only place I can get it. They have never given me trouble. I know that I can't use WFLA. That's the thing. They know the system. Yeah, 100%. I just don't want to lose. They'll if they want to, like if I was taking somebody else's content and they decided that, I mean, that takes my channel for 7 days. Slimy and wily. The other one I have is CBS. I've got the ABC, but they don't seem to be doing anything. And then I've got News 19, and they don't seem to be doing anything. So, yeah. Well, hello, James. Good to see you, friend. Are you as curious as we are? Like, what the hell can he be up to this time? I didn't do it. Wasn't me. No, don't know who it was. I don't know. Deleted all my kids, so it probably wasn't one of them. Oh, yeah, I got one left. He could have flew here in time. Like, oh, my word. Oh, my word. Oh, they already slapped my hand once, Dandy, and 7 days. That was at the very, very beginning. When the Queen passed away, I used BBC, and instantly it was gone. Good to see Cheech again. I was thinking the same damn thing. So we'll just wait for these guys to kick in, and as soon as they do, we'll put it on. I think it's about 5 minutes. I've also got the paperwork. So a couple of you have gone through this. Is this something we should, yeah, God bless the Queen. Yep, and her mama, the Queen mama. So do you guys think that I should go through that paperwork on here or go through it and then talk about it? I know a couple of you guys have started skimming through it. It is in Discord if you want to look. Oh, hey, thank you. But you know what? I got this when I first started getting merch, and I've changed it. I need new mugs. I got one for me and one for hubby. And then I changed the logo. I've got, what else do I have coming? Because I want to kind of test this stuff out, right? You guys order it there and they send it out. So I never see. Well, hello, Copper Horse. Good to see you, friend. Yeah. I think you're right, Dandy. Yeah. But I'm going to get one of the tumblers, I think. I wouldn't mind one of those. I've got a notebook coming. I want to try those out. Be nice to have one for each case I'm working on. So I've got that coming. And I'm having problems. I don't know if you've noticed, I've had to play with the colors as far as the logo goes because it won't stitch the logo that I've got. They don't have the colors. So I'm trying it in kind of like reds and blacks and stuff. It won't be exactly the same, but I have I love hats. I'm sure you guys have noticed. I love hats. And I can't personally have one made that is like plastic or whatever the hell they put on it. Like, no. So the coloring might be a little bit different than what the actual logo is, but that'll have to be the way it is. I can't do plastic like logos on a hat. That's disgusting. Just not my thing. So hopefully now, if any of you guys do decide to try something, if it's something with stitching on it, if it does not work, if they send you something back going, yeah, something's on hold, oh my word, maybe you and I can talk and I'll see if I can get it other colors that you might like.
And that is the right to confront witnesses. When jurors receive private communications outside the confines of a public courtroom, the Sixth Amendment is violated and numerous other constitutional rights are violated. And that's not Jim Griffin on the law. That is the law of the land. And
can you guys hear him?
A decision from the South Carolina Court of Appeals, which is behind me, and states this: where there is a private communication of a court official to members of the jury, an occurrence which cannot be tolerated if the sanctity of the jury system is to be maintained. A new trial must be granted unless it clearly appears that the subject matter of the communication was harmless and could not have affected the verdict. What we had filed today, supported by sworn testimony of jurors, is that the clerk of court had improper private communications with the jurors, and the subject matter of those communications was the credibility of the defense that the Murdaugh legal defense team put up, and it was the believability of the defendant's own testimony. Now, there's been a lot of talked about whether Alex should have taken the stand. I can assure you, when we considered what factors and what we should and should not do and considered whether he should take the stand, we never considered the likelihood, as reported to us by the jurors, that the clerk of court would go in to the sanctity of the jury room before he testified and tell the jurors, don't be fooled by his testimony, watch out for his body language. And that is what the sworn testimony that we have filed in court today says. And if that is true, which we have every reason to believe that it is, and no reason to believe that it's not, there's no choice but the courts to grant a new trial.
Thank you. Any questions? No? No. Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, I think we observed it. We did. No, I was there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was there. I watched it. But, I mean, look, we're
No.
not looking to impute any nefarious conduct. But clearly, what the jurors reported to us, that they were off talking, the forelady and the clerk. I saw them together, but I wasn't watching. I believe. Look, I've been doing this almost 50 years. The bedrock of any trial, and I've done hundreds of them, is that the clerk of court is the person that makes sure the jury gets their food. It's if they're put up for the night, someplace to stay, their travel accommodations are met. They're not someone that ever should talk to them about the case. I've never had it happen. Again, I've been doing this for a very long time. Never heard of it happening until this case.
Oh my God.
That's
Oh
one
my
thing we want
God.
everyone to understand, that the clerk of court is an elected official by the people, not appointed by the judge, not appointed by the judiciary. It's a public official who's elected and is an independent state actor. And so that what we're complaining about in the motion that we filed today is the conduct of an elected official, not conduct by Judge Newman or anybody in the unified court system.
And I think it's important also to understand that she is a state actor, and that's why we forwarded today a letter to the U.S. Attorney asking them to open an investigation into the violation of Alex Murdaugh's civil rights by a state actor under color of state law.
I believe you guys had 4 jurors that you had affidavits scoring in the paperwork you filed. Did they reach out to you, or did you guys reach out to them?
Well,
Yeah.
this is an interesting story. Let Jim tell you.
So immediately in the aftermath of the verdict, we had received information that
True.
we needed to look
Yeah.
into what happened in the jury room. We started down that road and we met a zone of silence. No jurors would speak to us. And so we were, what I like to call, we were given the Heisman, right? And then when the clerk of court wrote her book, published her book, that zone of silence collapsed, and jurors were upset about that, the ones we talked with, and they were more than willing to come forward and tell us the things that we had sort of heard through a whisper campaign. But and so as a result of that, we were able to interview some jurors. Now there's still a number of jurors who maintain that zone of silence, who have not talked to us. We did try to reach out to most all of them that we could get in touch with, but we, the information we got, I can tell you, was independent of each juror. The first juror we talked to, we got information about Ms. Hill saying, "Don't be fooled." And then the second juror, independent of the first juror, says the same thing, and the third juror,
Not like that, I don't think.
say the same thing. And so we're very confident that the information is accurate.
Well, and what? Ask them. I mean, we don't have any control over that. We just did receive a notice from the Court of Appeals that the Attorney General has 10 days to respond to our motion. Okay. Now, I think what's interesting to me, again, having done this for so long, is that once we had that initial contact with that first juror, we began going around. We had a list and literally on Sundays, knocking on jurors' doors, asking them to speak with us. Some of them wouldn't come out. Some of us told us never to come back. But some did, and some talked to us. I'll give you an example. And one of the things we heard was, once the jury went out, even though there were 6 smokers and they were given smoke breaks during the entire trial, once the jury went out, they were told no more smoke breaks. No, you people that want nicotine, you're going to have to get a verdict first. I mean, it's that kind of stuff. Now that indicates something, and the clerk would be the one to communicate that. Why? So a bunch of folks told us stuff that appeared to be inconsequential, but in the total context indicated to us that what we've put in this petition about the clerk is credible, and based on sworn testimony from 2 jurors, and we interviewed a third. My paralegal, Holly Miller, has given you an affidavit, or filed an affidavit on what she told us. A lot of these folks just don't want to get involved, but they're going to be involved if we get a hearing, because each and every one of them is going to have to testify in an open court before you as to what happened.
This guy spills so much BS, you don't know
Wait, one
what
at
to
a time, Boo.
believe.
Was at least aware of some of the allegations that you talked about in your motion. For example,
the Facebook post with juror 785, and the judge actually said, "Oh boy, I'm not too pleased about the clerk interrogating a juror as opposed to coming to me and asking me to do it."
Well, and that's a good point. There's no suggestion that the judge did anything untoward. But what that does do, if it comes back, he may end up being a witness. So, I mean, but until the Court of Appeals acts, that issue does not have to be dealt with.
If the fact is that the court was aware of some of these issues but still didn't intervene, how concerned are you?
We don't know. We don't know that he didn't intervene. That's why I'm saying he's a witness. We need to know.
That this evidence is strong enough such that it could have changed the verdict had it been introduced in trial.
You know, that's not the legal test. The legal test is the subject matter prejudicial to the defense. It's not would it have made a difference in the outcome. Was the subject matter of the improper private conversation material to the defense? If it's immaterial, like what do you want to have for dinner? You know, do you want to take a smoke break? Do you want to go home? Those are immaterial matters. But when the subject matter is reported under oath by these jurors, it was a direction on how you should receive Alex Murdaugh's testimony. You should look at him. Don't be fooled by him. That subject matter is absolutely material. That's the core of our defense. And that is something that we had no chance to defend against. And so we strongly believe if that evidence is accurate, and the law will require a new trial.
If this is all true, do you think the clerk should be criminally charged?
No comment.
Well, I can't talk about attorney-client privilege information. I can tell you that when I shared with him the affidavits, he's a lawyer. He was astonished. He was shaking. He was in disbelief, and he thanked Mr. Harpootlian, Mr. Barber, and myself for spending our weekends on dirt roads in Colleton County.
And by the way, we've seen more of Colleton County on dirt roads, in places we're city boys. We didn't believe existed in this state, looking for folks that would talk to us. A lot of doors slammed in our face. A lot of doors slammed in our faces.
Well, no doubt, you guys.
I'm sorry? No comment. I'm sorry, what?
That would be horrible, James, eh? Wow. Hey, Mom.
Yes.
Go sub up to Mom, guys.
It's all serious. Everything we've alleged, everything in those affidavits is serious.
She's always
This
got
is a
great
very
information
serious
and
matter.
a massively good
And
person.
Again,
So what you see in the sworn testimony that's been filed today is Ms. Hill told the court that there was a Facebook post by this juror's ex-husband. The ex-husband has filed an affidavit saying I never posted a Facebook post.
Well
Ms.
said.
Hill in her office says he must have deleted it. We can't find it. But they produced a Facebook post from someone with the same name apologizing for an earlier Facebook post and that Satan made him do it and et cetera, et cetera. And Ms. Hill related that as being this juror's ex-husband. Ms. Hill had this juror's ex-husband's photograph. You can match them up. They don't match. And what we do know, and we laid it out in detail in our
That would be
brief,
scary.
is
Yeah.
that the apology Facebook post was posted, I think, on February 16th and said we had deleted it the day before, February 15th. Ms. Hill is telling Judge Newman on February 23rd that I just saw this Facebook post. Impossible. Impossible. We also have in there sworn testimony that Ms. Hill told this juror that SLED went out and confirmed with your ex-husband that he posted that. Not true, according to the sworn testimony.
and Phil Barber and I and Howie Miller from my office went down and interviewed the ex-husband, and he allowed us to, I wouldn't know how to do it, but Phil did, to download his entire Facebook history. None of that is in there. So, I mean, again, we've done what we can do. We're not the police. You know, we have no way to compel anybody to talk to us or give us anything. We've asked very nicely. Now, I will say this. The two jurors that gave affidavits have an attorney, Joe McCullough, who was skulking around here a moment ago back there. So if you want to know about those two jurors, you may want to have a chat with him.
You see how he behaves? Like,
What?
why skulking? Do you have to there,
I
Cheech?
think they
Why?
were upset with the way things went, and the clerk. I think they may very well. Well, yes, they're upset with the clerk. They're upset with the way this played out.
Because the
Can't comment on
mofo
that.
is guilty. Oh my word. Potty mouth wants to burst.
No. I mean, the original post, we don't know whether it ever existed.
But the apology post, did you speak with him, Phil?
No, we did not speak.
Mm. We don't speak of the apology
Well, as
note.
you know, having talked
Did
to
you guys
the
hear
FBI
that?
before, no. They're not going to tell us.
Did you guys hear that?
Letter to the U.S. Attorney, you mentioned the importance of having the FBI investigate.
Dandy. I know James.
Well, having anybody
skulking.
but Sweat investigate it. Sweat is very invested in this conviction. How invested? Well, the agent, David Owens, that testified under cross-examination by Jim, admitted two things. One, he perjured himself in front of the grand jury. And two, he fabricated evidence. Sweat made him this year's Law Enforcement Officer of the Year. So is that the agency that ought to be going to jurors? I don't think so.
I think this guy needs to retire.
The court, if this is remanded back, the trial court should pick somebody else. If the FBI is not doing it, then there's the sheriff's departments. There are other folks, not Carlton County, but other sheriff's departments that go out and interview jurors and bring them to court. I mean, all these jurors are going to end up testifying
exactly,
anyway.
Perry.
There may not be any reason to go out and interview them.
Did you catch that too?
Bring them to court.
Are we going to bring up the apology? The apology? No, we're not going to bring up that. Huh. Wasn't that interesting?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that would happen if we get the hearing that we've requested. That's why we've requested the hearing, so that we can get subpoena power and we can get some subpoena, not just individuals come to court, jurors come to court, witnesses come to court, but subpoena records, phone records, for example, emails, for example. I mean, so with a hearing, we have a broad array of assets at our disposal.
Questions.
To bring evidence to court. Right now, we've got nothing except Dick's Mercedes and dirt roads in Colleton County.
Whatever.
No, we've not had any juror contradict anything what the other jurors are saying. What you saw in some of the affidavits is the jurors were separated in two rooms and sort of broke up from, guys in one room, gals in another room. I don't know if that was appropriate. Men in one room, females in another room. And so the comments that we've gotten on the sworn
did he say? Two documents?
The ladies' room, if you will, more so than the men's room. But we do have information that we submitted for one juror where he does acknowledge that she talked to him about evidence, about autopsy photos, and don't be upset about them. I mean, that should not be happening. That should not be happening. And this juror is a smoker, and he relayed to us basically the coercive effect of people who have a nicotine habit not able to smoke
until they reach a verdict.
And so that's what we got.
Wait,
don't be ridiculous.
Do what now?
It's the smoker's fault. Oh my God.
I mean, I'll read it for you after we get done with this, but I don't think I ought to keep all these folks doing that. Well, you got to get a new trial before you get there, and that's not something we're going to talk about today.
So the guy with the beard, do you think he believes this is like verbal diarrhea?
We know some of the statements were made in front of the jurors in the one jury room. Now, understand I think there were only 6 jurors in that room, or maybe 8. I'm not sure, but
I don't think that guy with the beard. I just think
in one room or the other.
I don't think he's buying this. Deep sigh, yeah. What do you guys think?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
go ahead.
So we didn't stop investigating, but we were hitting brick walls until her book came out, and then jurors who obviously were not comfortable with how she handled matters were even less comfortable with her going on a book tour and making money off what she did. That's what was reported to us.
That's why my avatar is up, not me.
Well, she's trying to make a lot of money. That's the point. I mean, she's trying to make money off of it. She's selling the book. I mean, the question is, was it a successful scheme? I don't know. I mean, if you've read it, I'm not going to give a book review here, but I don't know that you buy the book. I mean, it's not
Cheech.
well written. The story she tells is not accurate. In
Puff,
our
puff,
opinion,
pass.
at least the facts as we saw them.
Puff, puff, pass.
Well, you know, the problem I have with what she says in there is, after going to Moselle, we, if you notice, she used the plural we, felt such and such and such and such. Is that the
Right?
jurors and her? I mean, I think that's great cross-examination for her when she testifies in this matter before the trial judge, if the Court of Appeals sends it back.
No, they're not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We want all y'all there. We miss you.
Nope, not looking for
Any other questions?
justice.
You're investigating, so along your investigation into the alleged jury misconduct and these allegations, have you uncovered any additional things that you would present in a second trial for your defense?
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, let's not talk about
If
that
we
either.
are lucky enough to get a second trial, you have to wait and see. You know, we're not going to disclose any of that today.
What is your optimism for this motion?
I'm very optimistic that ultimately we will get a new trial. How long that'll take, I don't know.
If you tried to reach Clerk Hill, ask for any questions about any of this?
So what, do they think he's going to get bail?
We've not reached out to Clerk Hill. We had reached out to some other folks, and based
Oh,
on the
this better
information
not
we
happen.
received, we thought it would be pointless to reach out to her.
What now?
You see him grinning off and on? Like, it's like, what?
We're focused on getting him a new trial. That's what we've been working on. Anything else? No? Thank you so much. Let me read this statement to him real quick.
Oh my God, Cheech. Yeah, just swing that camera around. Come on, do it, buddy, do it. I'm counting on you. What do you think, guys? What? Oh my goodness. If this actually happened, I think that could be trouble if it happened. And the fact that the jurors didn't want to talk to him, I can't even blame them. Who wants to talk to that miserable old ish? Not me. Like, why would a person want to talk to that guy? Oh my. And if I could be a they, why can't she be a we? Oh, right. That's about it. Like, what do you guys think about the lawyer with the beard? Am I the only one that thought he was kind of like the color red and kept like giggling? Like, I swear that's what he was doing. He was almost fun to watch. Oh my. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We don't want him out. That guy can't win just because he's got money. Everything went to him. Like, everything pointed to him. Every phone, every click of his vehicle, like the stuff they were able to do with his phone alone blew me away. I had no idea. And then you find out how much your vehicle tells them. It's like, okay, you pretty much gotcha. Science has gotcha. So I don't know. Do you guys want to go over the paperwork, or would you like to do that at another time? Either way works for me. He had headphones in. He was listening to. Oh, that's good. Oh my God, this man. I had following doing that trial. If anybody is new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and check out the playlist because we got to know his dirty little tricks a while ago. And I don't know. They're capable of saying anything, which, yeah, paperwork, please. Paperwork, please. They just come out with so much ish that you don't really know what to take. It's kind of like crying wolf, right? Oh, nothing. Nothing. It's just that's what they're doing. Like, oh, but it's this, but it's this. And I think it was James that said earlier, like, really? What? Okay, I lost my thought. Gotta like that. I'm gonna have to scroll back now because it was a damn good point you made. Oh my God. Who I know. Okay, fine. Who's paying for these guys again? That's what we want to know. Oh, yeah, that specialized water for all, please. Oh my God. But yeah, like, oh my God. How do you trust these guys? We know kind of the stuff that comes out of Cheech's mouth. And it's pretty much anything. I think he plays old time games, the kind you might have played when he was first a lawyer back in 1908. Well, things have changed a little. You can't do when he pointed that firearm, it was, I mean, a piece of evidence, and he pointed that firearm at the prosecution and he said, oh, something really snide, like something like the things you see when you can't go hunting, or that's not what he said, but it was that type of thing. Like, oh yeah. But he literally pointed that firearm towards him. It's like, no, really? Oh my goodness. Guess he never watched Hawaii 5-0 or any of those. So, Dandy, you want to do the paperwork? Anyone else? We can bring it out. Oh, let's see here. I'll grab it. Paperwork, please. All righty. So this is me going through it with you for the first time. So it has 65 pages. And we will probably won't read every word, but we'll go through and read the important stuff. So this is as of today. Clifton Newman, client, court, circuit court judge, gives the appellate case number. Appellant Richard Alexander Murdaugh, pursuant to Rule 29B of the South Carolina Rules of Criminal Procedure hereby moves for leave to file motion for a new trial based on after discovered evidence in the Court of General Sessions, and to suspend this appeal during the pendency of the motion. Appellant offices, I need liquid. Appellant offers a copy of the motion for a new trial. Needed hydration. So, appellant offers a copy of the motion for a new trial attached to Exhibit 1 with its own exhibits labeled Exhibit A through L as the memorandum in support of this motion and documents supporting facts relied upon not contained in the record of appeal as required by Rule 240 of the South Carolina Rules of Appellate Procedure. Is it big enough for you guys to see? Absolutely. See you in a bit, James. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay, let's see here. So you can see it okay? Okay, so let's see here. Exhibit 1. Defendant Richard Alexander Murdaugh, through undersigned counsel pursuant to Rule 29B of the South Carolina Rules of Criminal Procedure, hereby moves the court for a new trial after discovering that the clerk of court tampered with the jury by advising them not to believe Murdaugh's testimony and other evidence presented by the defense, pressuring them to reach a quick guilty verdict and even misrepresenting critical and material information to the trial judge in her campaign to remove a juror she believed to be favorable to the defense. Oh my God. Like, I really hope this stuff is not true. Specifically, during trial, the Colton County Clerk of Courts, Rebecca Hill, instructed jurors not to be misled by evidence presented in Mr. Murdaugh's defense. She told jurors not to be fooled by Mr. Murdaugh's testimony in his own defense. Ms. Hill had frequent private conversations with the jury foreperson, a court-appointed substitution for the foreperson for the jury elected for itself at the request of Miss Hill. So she wanted to talk to the foreperson. Miss Hill asked jurors for their opinions about Mr. Murdaugh's guilt or innocence. Miss Hill invented a story about Facebook posts to remove a juror she believed might not vote guilty. Miss Hill pressured the jurors to reach a quick verdict, telling them from the outset of their deliberation that it shouldn't take them long. Miss Hill did these things to secure for herself a book deal and media appearances that would not happen in the event of a mistrial. Oh my word, like, this better not be true. What do you guys think? Miss Hill betrayed her oath of office for money and fame. Oh my God. What do you guys think? Oh my God. My God. I'm going to close up some of these. Whew. So, statement of facts. Mr. Murdaugh was indicted for the deleting of wife Maggie and son Paul on July 14th, 2022. Trial began January 23rd, 2023. The presiding judge was the Honorable Clifton Newman. I liked him. The trial ran for 6 weeks, ending with convictions on the evening of March 2nd, 2023. And sentenced on March 3rd, 2023. The state rested its case in chief, and the defense began its case on Friday, February 17th, 2023. The court was not held on February 20th, which was President's Day. Oh, yeah, let's celebrate these guys. Sorry. Detour. After returning from holidays, Miss Hill began to enter the jury room often. Let's see. AFF, what am I talking about? Of juror number 630, August the, what does that say? August 14th, 2023. I'm not sure what that was about. Attached as Exhibit A, the defense began its case. Miss Hill told jurors, y'all are going to hear things that will throw you off. Don't let this distract or mislead you. Additionally, Miss Hill, let's see here, attached is Exhibit B, Miss Hill and juror number 826, the new jury foreperson, on multiple occasions went to another room to have private conversations lasting 5 or 10 minutes. Sometimes they would go to the jury room single occupancy bathroom together. Oh. Foreperson juror number 826 never said anything about the content of those conversations to others. Miss Hill even instructed jurors that they could not ask foreperson juror number 86 about the conversations. What? Oh, this is like, I hope this is total BS because this is bad. 2 days later, on Thursday, February 23rd, and continued the next day, Mr. Murdaugh testified in his own defense. Before he began his testimony, Miss Hill told jurors not to be fooled by the evidence Mr. Murdaugh, his attorneys presented, which at least one juror understood to mean that Miss Murdaugh would lie when he testified. Well, I mean, I don't know. You could just watch him. Miss Hill said to watch him closely, to look at his actions and to look at his movements, when at least one juror understood that to mean Mr. Murdaugh was guilty. Immediately after Mr. Murdaugh testified, foreperson number 826 told the jury that Mr. Murdaugh was crying on cue. I think she's right, but I don't know if they're allowed to talk about this stuff, are they? She also criticized the former foreperson jury number 589 for handling Mr. Murdaugh a box of tissue when he was crying on the stand, because that is what the defense wants us to do. The next court day after Murdaugh's testimony was the 27th of February. Miss Hill told Judge Newman about a Facebook posting she purportedly saw on the evening of Friday, February 24th. Murdaugh's testimony concluded while pursuing a Facebook group page called Waltoboro Word of Mouth. March 1st, 2023, attached as Exhibit C, the post purported by juror number 785's ex-husband, Tim Stone, allegedly stated that his ex-wife was saying that she was on the jury and saying stuff about how her verdict was going to be. Judge Newman asked her to produce a copy of the posting. She could not, but according to Miss Hill, a subordinate employee in clerk's office, Lori Weiss, discovered the post and it was taken down and replaced with an apology post. Do you guys remember that? I don't remember that happening. I don't remember that at all. Yes, insert Scooby-Doo. Yeah, don't they keep these jurors under watch? How were these conversations not known until a book was written? I don't know. Yeah, I hope it's not true too, friend. Like, what? Oh, yeah. Like, I just thought they had enough rules that, and possibly somebody monitoring them, cameras, if nothing else, just to make sure that nothing shady goes down. I don't know. I don't have that much faith in humanity that I think that I just have to say, please don't do that, and people aren't going to do it. I'm just, yeah, I don't have that much faith in humanity. Things usually happen the opposite. Insert Scooby-Doo. Unreal, eh, friend? So there we go. Let's see here. Folks, I posted an ugly post yesterday to which I have deleted, and I kinda in a roundabout way directed it towards a certain person I would like to apologize to. Everyone who read that ugly for me to do that, and yes, I let Satan control me. Oh my God. And I broke down. I started drinking, and when I was drunk, I made that post, and I'm sorry. Oh no. Okay. Rebecca Hill, Behind the Doors of Justice. Exhibit D. Uh-oh. Timothy Stone, Facebook post. Exhibit E. Uh-oh. Mr. Stone, juror number 785's ex is sworn, what is this? Avers in a sworn statement that he made no such post. Tim Stone, August 18th, Exhibit F. Mr. Murdaugh obtained an authentic download of the entirety of the Facebook from January 23rd, 23 to March 2nd, 2023, which confirms he did not post that apology. Ah. So if it's a post, so this is what they're saying. I didn't know this. If the post was deleted, would not be recoverable at this point under Facebook's retention policies, and that he, in fact, never posted anything to the Waterboro Word of Mouth Facebook page during the trial. Exhibit G. The person who made the apology post is an unrelated person named Tim Stone, whose Facebook profile picture is not juror number 785's ex-husband. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. Oh, is this like really happening? I only drink in YouTube. Oh my word. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. February, hold on a minute. A lot of hydrating when I talk so much. February 28, Miss Hill questioned juror number 785 about the fictitious post on Waterboro Word of Mouth, alone in her office in the courthouse. August 13th, 2023. Attached is Exhibit H now. Oh my God. H. She told juror number 785 that someone had emailed her stating her ex-husband Tim Stone posted in the Waterloo Word of Mouth Facebook page that juror number 785 had been drinking with her ex-husband, and while drunk, she expressed opinions on the guilt or innocence of Mr. Murdaugh. Juror number 785 told Miss Hill that never happened and that she had not seen her ex-husband in 10 years. Well, that would make it hard. Oh, the games these people play. Where is Murdaugh getting this money from? Like, what? These dudes are expensive. Oh, so Juror number 785 asked to see the post, but Miss Hill would not show it to her. Miss Hill directly asked juror number 785 whether she was inclined to feel guilty or not guilty. What? Juror number 785 said she had not made up her mind. Later that day, Miss Hill told juror number 785 that SLED and Colton County Sheriff's Office personnel went to Mr. Stone's house and he confirmed he made the post. This is a fabrication. What the what? Fabrication by Miss Hill. Miss Hill told juror number 785 she would somehow reinstate a restraining order juror number 785 previously had against Mr. Stone, which is something that Miss Hill did not have the authority to do. Oh my God. Like, what do they drink down there? Like, are you kidding me already? Still, later that day, Judge Newman examined juror 785 regarding both the non-existent Facebook post and the tenant coworker email in camera. So, attached to Exhibit 1, juror number 78 described her interactions with Miss Hill regarding the Facebook post. She denied making any inappropriate comments about the case to third parties and stated she wanted to hear closing arguments before forming an opinion on Mr. Murdaugh's guilt or innocence. After, she was dismissed. Judge Newman said, "Oh boy, I'm not too pleased about the clerk interrogating a juror, as opposed to coming to me and bringing it to me. He was right to be concerned." The next day, on March 1st, 2023, the jury visited Moselle, the site of the deletings. During the visit, juror number four-person, juror number 826, and Miss Hill walked off to have another private conversation. So in her book, yeah, this woman has written a book. Miss Hill more vaguely hints at communicating her option on her opinion on Murdaugh's guilt to the jury during the visit to Moselle property. While the jurors viewed the Moselle property, we all could hear and see Alex's story was impossible. Do you know what? Boom, 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 boom. This is the thing. You know, I'm thinking about that house in Moscow. I think in order to go in there, you'd almost have to put in a full body hazmat suit on now, but I don't know. But they can go at least on the outside of a house, the structure, and maybe get a look at how certain things could have happened. These jurors, they made a lot of their determinations on what they were able to see with their own two eyes. So some of us, either from the courthouse, law enforcement, or jury at Moselle, had an epiphany and shared our thoughts with our eyes. At that moment, many of us standing there knew. I knew, and they knew Alex was guilty. The day Judge Newman also held an in-camera conference regarding the tenant/coworker email, in which he decided to revisit the Facebook post issue with Miss Hill. The court. Okay, well, let's see what Becky is talking about. I want to revisit Facebook. Hold on here. Yeah. Facebook that you mentioned yesterday. A coworker of tenant juror number 785 emailed the court on February 27th stating that the tenant said her landlord was a juror and expressed an opinion when delivering a refrigerator to the property more than a week earlier. Really? Okay, so we've got a little bit of a transcript here. So Miss Hill, right. The court, that's Becky Hill, the clerk of court, can tell us about that Facebook post, Miss Hill? Yes, I think it was Friday evening. Just for a brief moment, I pursued Facebook, got on Waterloo word of mouth, and saw where someone had said that, well, was saying that she was on the jury saying stuff. Okay, let me see here. Ex-wife was saying that she was on the jury saying stuff about how her verdict was going to be, and that the ex-husband, but he was the ex-husband, but she was known for talking too much. And then I just kept on scrolling because that was enough for me. I've gotten enough. I have to boost this up for myself. Alrighty. So there we are. Court, and how did you determine who he was talking about? Miss Hill. When I heard there was an email on Monday, I figured the two went together if it was true. The court. Well, she's confirmed she had an ex-husband who she has 3 restraining orders against. Restraining orders out against. So, Miss Hill, right. So then we looked on Monday after you told me to try to go back and look for it, and we couldn't find it. But then we found out his name, and we found the post and printed it out where he said that he had put something up, but then he deleted it at the time that he said he had put stuff out that wasn't very nice. He said, the court, he said he got drunk afterwards. Mr. Meters, something about the devil. Mr. Harpootlian, didn't he say it was Satan in it? Miss Hill, Satan was in it. Yes. In all the details. Yes. Court. All right, Miss Hill. Made me do it. The court. I just wanted to have that on record. You're reading a Facebook post by the ex-husband who said it. Of course, you haven't talked with him, so you don't know where he got the information from. Miss Hill, I can find it though. But Miss Hill never saw any such Facebook. She made it up further. She knew the apology post was not posted by juror number 785's ex-husband. So look at the games being played, like how to mess with their minds. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, just when I think I've seen about as much corruption as I can possibly see, well, something else pops up. It's just never gonna stop. Like, what the hell, guys? The next day, March 2nd, 2023, the day of the verdict. Juror 785 received a call from her ex-husband that she did not answer. The call upset her because Miss Hill's lies had just led her to believe she was posting on Facebook about her and might be following her. Juror number 785 asked to speak with Miss Hill. She told Miss Hill she was scared. Miss Hill told her that the Murdaughs probably got him, meaning her ex-husband. So who is this woman? Like, what? Once Miss Hill again asked her opinion regarding Murdaugh's guilt. Juror number 785 told her that Creighton Water's closing was good, but that she still had questions. Miss Hill asked, what kind of questions? And 785 replied that she was concerned that no weapon was found. Miss Hill then asked, well, that makes you think he's guilty? Juror number 75 said Paul's video and the dog kennels. Miss Hill then told juror 785 that everything Mr. Murdaugh has said has been lies and that I should forget about the weapons. They will never be seen again. Miss Hill asked juror number 785 about the views of the rest of the jury, telling her that the foreperson would just go in and ask for a raise of hands. This would be over and done with. Then everyone needs to be on the same page. So, again, what does this woman do? To be messing with like a jury this bad? I hope this is like just more BS. I do. Oh, right. Oh, boy. Unreal. That's my reaction. Oh, my God. Okay, so juror number 785 went to the jury room and 10 minutes later was excused from the jury. In open court immediately after her excusal, juror number 785 asked Judge Newman if he had spoken with the clerk of the court, referring to the conversation that morning with Miss Hill. So it does give us, let's see here, a video of the trial. Did it just, yes, copy. And then I'm just going over to Discord over here. And everything moved around. So I'm going to drop this into Discord. I didn't think we'd be looking at this Murdaugh file for a while again. So I just posted that under Murdaugh, guys. Unreal. And there it is if you guys want it in here. Like, oh, right? Isn't that like massive jury tampering? Like, what? TF. I really, I hope this was not going on there. Like, truly, I hope this was not going on there. Like, there's already been enough BS with this case. I mean, this is the last thing they need. And if this woman was actually messing with the jurors, she just blew this all up again. And then he's going to ask for bail. Will he get it? Well, look at these lawyers. But if it's the same judge, he doesn't take that BS. He's not interested in their BS. Excused from the jury. Judge Newman responded that I have not spoken with her today, that this is totally independent of any conversation regarding her ex-husband, apparently misunderstanding her questions to refer to the issue of the Facebook post. When the jury began deliberations that evening, Miss Hill told them that this shouldn't take us long, that they deliberated past 11 p.m. They would be taken directly to the hotel, though none were prepared to stay overnight. Additionally, smokers on the jury asked to be allowed to take smoke breaks, as they had previously been allowed to do during the 6-week trial. But Miss Hill told them they could not smoke until deliberations were complete. What? That's not true. That cannot be true, right? That cannot be true. 6 smokers. So, I mean, it wouldn't be enough. Let me tell you, I mean, it wouldn't be enough to make me not do the right thing? Like, how would these people then even go back to university or something like that? You can't smoke in classrooms either, and you can't just walk out on lectures, because you have a craving. Oh, Dandy, I think you're right, my friend. Like, oh my God. It's good Lord. So because I'm so bad at doing this, I'm going to try and say it twice. So if you are new, don't forget to please subscribe and share. Join the family. You're not going to find a better one. I promise you that. And just, the whole county is corrupt. Oh, my word. So let's see here. So Miss Hill even handed out reporters' business cards. What? Miss Hill told jurors after the trial they would be famous and predicted that the media would request interviews with them. Miss Hill even handed out reporters' business cards. What? No, really? Mhm. What? Okay. So, I don't know, the chosen chief took this too hard and made an appearance on Good Morning America. She was handing out business cards, telling people they were going to be famous. Oh, so she made an appearance, this juror number 578, and did an appearance on Good Morning America the night of the verdict, which is why the day of the jury began deliberations. He wore a suit for the first time during the trial, after the verdict, and immediately before sentencing. Miss Hill pressured the jury to speak as a group of reporters, or to a group from reporters from a network news show. She traveled with the jurors to New York City when they appeared on the Today Show. She got her book deal, her book, Behind the Doors of Justice. That was released on August 1st, 2023. If this stuff comes out as being true, I don't think so. I don't think so. How can they allow you to make money like that? Like, I think more charges than anything else. Oh my word. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's very right. He'll still be in prison for the other ones. Yeah. That trial was just so long. I mean, it was exhausting following that Gong show. I forgot about the other charges and the other indictments. Wow. So, a last point about Miss Hill's efforts to promote her book shows her dishonest efforts to profit from the trial continued well after the verdict. A film crew negotiated a contract with the Colton County Sheriff's Department to use courthouse bailiffs to provide security while they filmed a documentary at the Colton County Courthouse when it was closed for Confederates Memorial Day, May 10th, 2023. They had previously recorded an interview with Miss Hill on May 9th. Miss Hill sent a memorandum to the film crew purporting to be an addendum to the contract. What? From Rebecca Hill, May 9th, 2023. Oh, that's Exhibit K. Oh. In it, she demanded that the film crew pay Colton County a fee of $1,000 per day for using the courthouse facilities. Were they standing outside? Like, what? Or are they saying, like, give us $1,000 because you had to use our turlets. Also, in exchange for the use of the likeness of Rebecca Hill in an interview, a minimum of something, 5-second video and audio clips will accompany the usage on the first reference. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So the film crew ignored her amendum as the contract had already been executed, but like her jury tampering during trial, it was an attempt to violate South Carolina code, which provides no public official, public member, or public employee may knowingly use this official office, membership, or employment to obtain economic interest for themselves. Like, how come this has to be like plain, just said like straight out so they understand? And so this is all more. Like, this is basically what this is going to all be about. 65 pages. So we did, guys, we had this whole, we watched this whole trial. So conclusion for the foregoing reason, Mr. Murdaugh. So he just went through a bunch of reasons as to why that woman should not have been talking to anybody that was in that jury room. It happened, and now they want to know that they want another trial due to Miss Oak violating the oath of office. I hope this is BS. These are all the same names we had before, is it not? Looking awful familiar. Exhibit A. So, finally appeared before me, who being first duly sworn proposes and states the following. I was juror number 630 in the case against State of South Carolina versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh, tried in Colton County, South Carolina. Towards the end of the trial, after President's Day break, but before Mr. Murdaugh testified, the clerk of the court, Rebecca Hill, told the jury not to be, fooled by evidence presented by Mr. Murdaugh's attorneys. So she understood that to mean that Murdaugh would lie when he testified. She's also saying that she was told to watch him closely, including look at his actions, look at his movements, which I understood to mean that he was guilty. Immediately after he testified, the foreperson, number 826, said Mr. Murdaugh was crying on cue. Yeah, I think that's possible, but the foreperson juror number 826 criticized the former foreperson juror 589 for handling Mr. Murdaugh a box of tissues when he was crying, because that is what the defense wants us to do. The jury frequently discussed the case during breaks before deliberations. Oh my God, I hope this is not true, because it's like they've done everything they're not supposed to do. Toward the end of the trial, Miss Hill came to the jury room a lot. Miss Hill and the foreperson, juror 826, had private conversations. This is all the same stuff. I had questions about Mr. Murdaugh's guilt, but voted guilty because I felt pressured by other jurors. After the verdict and immediately before sentencing, Miss Hill pressured the jury to speak up as a group to reporters for some television show. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Holly Miller, who, being first duly sworn, deposes and states as follows. On August 26, Dick Harpootley and Jim Griffin and I met with Juror 741 in the case of State of South Carolina versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh at her home located at Redacted. At the meeting on August 6th, Redacted indicated she would sign an affidavit. However, we were unable to arrange with her a suitable time and place. During the meeting, blah replayed the following information, or relayed. Hang on, I need to hydrate. What do you guys think of this stuff? Oh my. Oh my. This is cray, you guys. I have to do something really quickly over here. I need to turn this on. Mm-hmm. No, that did not just happen. Okay, I think I'm okay. Okay, 2 seconds. All righty. I think I got that. So let's see here. During the trial, she witnessed the clerk of court, Becky Hill, come to the jury room, and Miss Hill and the foreperson, 826, went into the bathroom. After Miss Hill and the foreperson exited the bathroom, Miss Hill told the jurors they could not ask the foreperson questions. Like, I don't know. Am I mistaken, you guys? Are they not supposed to be? Shouldn't they not be talking at all? Like, I didn't think they were supposed to really even talk until everything was done. Oh boy. Do you think there's a possibility that Pook there has been messing around? I just feel that way. Several times during the trial, Miss Hill told the jurors that the media would want to interview the jurors. Right. Telling them they're going to be famous. Isn't that what she was telling everybody? Right before the defense put up their case, Miss Hill told the jurors, "You're all going to hear things to throw you off." So again, almost verbatim what the other jury had to say, almost verbatim. See, in-camera conference. To withhold any options, and then they say, "Can't talk to you anymore," and walks off. They're off the jury, the court. Okay, well, let me see what Becky is talking about. I wanted to revisit the Facebook post that you mentioned yesterday. Miss Hill. Right. The court that Becky Hill, the clerk of court, can tell us about that Facebook post. What? That Becky Hill, the clerk of court, can tell us about that Facebook post. Miss Hill, yes. I think it was Friday evening, just for a brief moment. I pursued Facebook, got on Walterboro word of mouth, and saw where some had said that, well, it was the ex-husband of the juror. He said that he notified his ex-wife, saying that she was on the jury and saying stuff about how her verdict was going to be, and that he was the ex-husband, but she was known for talking way too much. And then I just kept on scrolling because that was enough for me. I've gotten enough. The court. How did you determine who he was talking about? Miss Hill. When I heard there was an email on Monday, I figured out the two went together if it was true. The court. Well, she's confirmed she has an ex-husband, so she has 3 restraining orders out against. So, Miss Hill, right. So then we looked on Monday after you told me to try to go back and look for it, and we couldn't find it. But then we found his name and we found the post and printed it out where it said that he had put something up, but that he had deleted it at the time that he had put stuff out there that wasn't nice. The court. He said he got drunk afterwards. Mr. Meters, something about the devil. Harpootlian. Didn't he say it was like Satan in it? Because, like, Chooch is always so dramatic. Miss Hill, Satan was in it, yes. In all the details, yes. The court, all right, Miss Hill, made me do it. The court, okay, I just want to have that on record. You're reading a Facebook post by the ex-husband who read it. Of course, you haven't talked with him, so you don't know where he got his information from. And Miss Hill said, I can find it though. Mr. Fernandez, do we know the name for what it's worth? The court, do you think he will be sober? Miss Hill, I don't know. Probably, if I had to guess. Harpootlian, it's Wednesday. Well, it's today, Tuesday, or is today Tuesday or Wednesday? Oh, there we go. There we go, buddy. Mr. Harpootlian, it is Wednesday. Well, is today Tuesday or Wednesday? Mr. Fernandez, Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday night. So he's Exhibit D. Clerk of the Behind the Door of Justice. Oh, check that out. Oh, the book. Have you guys seen this before? Did you guys know that there was like a book out there? Yeah, unless they want to fight those two. Nothing would surprise me. I don't understand. Like, where is he coming up with all of this money? Where's the money? It makes me think it was intentional. That whole county seems corrupt. Oh my word. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not. Oops, over there. I don't believe them. And this is horrible. Like, really? Okay, what's going on in here? Do they highlight our piece? Professionally, we bonded over cancer diagnosis that both of our families had endured. While Dateline producers were in town for the trial in February 2023, they asked for Judge Newman's cell phone number, which I was given permission to provide them. Then Craig reached out to Judge Newman to reconnect. Craig grew up in Columbia, South Carolina, where his family and Judge Newman's family knew each other. In fact, Craig was friends with Judge Newman's late son. As Judge Newman was beginning his first of many terms in Circuit Court of Columbia, Craig was first beginning his career at WIS TV before getting recruited to a station in Washington, D.C. So, okay. What are we talking about here? Is this just everybody that wanted to talk? Because there's like Wall Street Journal, Today Show, Dateline. Charleston. Yeah, this is all from her book. Be here till next Christmas if we read all of it. Exhibit E, the Facebook post? Folks, okay, Timothy Stone. Now, didn't they say earlier that they ended up finding that it wasn't actually the right guy? No, me either. So it says February 16th, 8:35. Folks, I posted an ugly post yesterday to which I have deleted and in a roundabout way directed it towards a certain person, and I would like to apologize to everyone who read it. That ugly for me to do. And yes, I let Satan control me. I broke down and started drinking. I was drunk. Oh my God. Why apologize? It's okay. Blah, blah, blah. It's great you apologized. No longer together. Sorry to hear this. Like, okay. Attention seeking much. Affidavit. I'm the ex-husband of, okay, state of South Carolina, county of Colton. Personally appeared before me, Tim Stone, who, being first duly sworn, deposed, states as follows. I am the ex-husband of redacted. I did not post anything to Facebook group Walter Burrow word of mouth between January 23rd, 2023 and March 2nd, 2023. I did not post anything on this social media page or my own Facebook social media page about redacted being a juror that redacted, walking away too much to friends and family about the case, or that Satan had gotten a hold of me and I was drinking at the time I posted, and how sorry, nor did I post what is attached as Exhibit C, which had been represented to me by an alleged post, again, the Waterboro word of mouth Facebook page, and a court exhibit in the state of South Carolina, state of South Carolina versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh trial. Okay. Nor did I post what was attached as Exhibit A, which has been represented to me to be an alleged post. Okay, blah. In the state of South Carolina versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh. I want to keep giving him like a girly middle name. So it says, I do not have a Facebook page set up as Timothy Stone. My profile name is Tim Stone, and my Facebook page is redacted. I was never contacted by law enforcement, the South Carolina Attorney's General Office, the clerk of court, Becky Hill, or anyone at the Colton County Clerk of Court's office about Exhibit A or about a post on that's a mouthful. Walter Burrow word of mouth Facebook page concerning my ex-wife. I did not know redacted was on the trial jury until I heard her voice on a recording when she was being excused as a juror and she was discussing something about eggs. Okay. Okay, so this is that same post. Life gets hard, call on God. I apologize. I don't mean to be mean or anything. I'm human. I make mistakes. Oh my God. It's a great, it is great that you apologize. You owe that person it was directed at and God. None of us can or should judge. I can, however, give you some suggestions. I remember when you posted about accepting Christ as your Savior, which I praised God. We all needed a salvation, but when you are a babe in Christ, the devil will do all to get you back. But greater is he who in that is more stuff. She said, sorry, I'm not preaching. I think she was. Sorry, guys. No, Exhibit G. Okay, this is personally appeared before me. Tim Stone, who being firstly duly sworn deposes and the state follows. I'm an attorney in the firm of Richard A. Harpootlian, PA, the counsel for defendant Richard Alexander Murdaugh. How you getting paid, Jong? August 18th, 2023, I met with Tim Stone at his home, and he provided us his Facebook login information and allowed me to download a copy of all his Facebook activity from January 23rd, 2023 till March 2nd, 2023. A true copy of the download is attached as Exhibit A. The contents of the download speak for themselves, but review them shows no post was made. Shows no post was made on February 16th, 2023, apologizing for previous repost. There are no posts whatsoever to the Facebook group Wattleboro Word of Mouth. Facebook's stated retention policy for deleted posts is 30 days. So any posts deleted in the period from January 23rd to March 2nd, 2023 will not be discoverable. September 4th, 2023. Okay. H. So, okay. Duly sworn. This is number 785. Colton County Clerk of Courts, Rebecca Hill, told the jurors not to be fooled by the evidence. See, it is the same stuff. All these jurors are saying the same thing. Summoned me to speak to her alone in the office. She told me someone emailed her about a post from my ex-husband, Tim Stone. She directly asked me if I was inclined to vote guilty or not guilty. Like, what the hell? Miss Hell said the post said I had been drinking with my ex-husband and that while drunk with him, I expressed my opinions on guilt or innocence. Because that's what most people do, is sit there and get drunk with their exes. I did not go drinking with my ex-husband. Actually, I've not seen him in about 10 years. So a lot of this, like, it's the same thing. All about a post that it really does not seem like it came from her husband, ex-husband. They really, really, oh my God. Are you kidding me, you guys? So this is a rough draft. Honorable Clifton Newman. So the court, have you put anything on Facebook, juror? Not regarding the case, but a positive post on I gave Miss Becky my full page access to my Facebook. I've put positive posts on. I've done that for the past 3 years, but the courthouse, has anyone posted anything on Facebook about you? Juror, I wasn't aware of it until Miss Becky told me today. The court, what did she tell me? The juror, she told me, she asked if I had an ex-husband, and I said yes. And she asked me if I had talked to him about the case or being on the jury duty, and I said no. And I questioned her why she kept asking me that. I haven't seen my ex since 2014. The court, does he live in the area? Juror, he does now. He lives in Cottageville. Court says, okay. Juror, and I have 3 restraining orders against him. So he basically is up to no good. The juror, I wouldn't say that. I'd say a lot worse, but that's a nice way to put it. The court said, okay. The juror, but she told me that I was very upset after. But she told me that I was very upset after she told me that I have, like I said, I have 3 restraining orders against him. I couldn't have anything to do with him, wouldn't have anything to do with him. Let's see, if I didn't have the children. But I haven't seen him since 2014 when we got a divorce. I've talked to him within the last 3 years because I got a call at work about my son being in jail and needing a ride home. And I did call his father and asked him to get him, which he did not do. Other than that, I have not seen or talked to him. So this is just somebody's crap that they're putting out. Unreal. I'm going to figure out, I'll post this. I'll see if I can get this posted on in my community. If not, I'll try and get it on Discord. It's a lot of reading. And it's all basically the same damn stuff. So yeah, I will see what I can do about, I'll get this saved and see if I can share it in different places. What is K? Yeah. Page after page after page that they've come up with. Oh my goodness gracious. That was another book. Like that was 65 well-used pages of, yeah, they have a lot said in there. So I'm going to do my best. I'll download it and then I'll try to attach it on so everybody can either see it on the community tab. And if I can't get it on there, I'll try and get it into Discord. So our Discord link is in the description. Come on over and join us there. So that is what I've basically got right now. That's what's going on. Always something with Murdaugh, right? I wasn't expecting to hear his name for a while, but we'll be doing this until like for another 3 or 4 hours if we read everything that they're claiming. So guys, I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm sure there's going to be more out there. Chooch likes to make waves. He is one of the most dramatic individuals I think I've ever seen. Okay, guys. Well, thanks again for being here with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great day. Bye for now. Bye.